General Hospital spoilers reveal near confessions, dangerous suggestions, lots of questions, and so much more. You won't want to miss a moment of this intriguing new episode. It was Thursday when Sonny Morris Bernard asked Nina, Cynthia Watrous, in the hospital halls why she was no longer wearing her engagement ring. And on Monday, Nina tries to give him an answer in the same hospital hall, as if no time has passed at all. Maybe it hasn't. She prepares Sonny by telling him that what she has to say will change everything. But does she say it? Does she actually tell him she was the one who turned in Carly, Laura Wright, Andrew, Cameron Matheson to the SEC? GE spoilers have Nina scrambling. So does she learn that Ned, Wally Kurth, thinks he is a 2023 version of Eddie Main and can't remember what he was doing when he plunged into the pool? That changes everything, and Sonny will likely be none the wiser at the end of the day. Ava, Maura West, didn't seem to have much luck going through Sonny's apartment to find dirt she could give to Austin, Roger Howarth, and Mason's Nathaniel Gray boss. But that doesn't stop Mason from telling her that she might have to find a new nanny. Does Avery, Ava, and Grace Garola, and Donna's Scarlett Braille nanny catch her in the act? Austin also has a run-in with Laura, Jenny Francis, and she doesn't seem to appreciate him giving her words of caution about going to Russia to find Nicholas. In fact, Laura is a bit suspicious of Austin and what he's really up to. While Curtis, Donald Turner, and Trina, Tabiana Ali, take some time alone to get to know one another better while still celebrating at the pool that is giving us the return of Eddie Main, Portia, Brooke Kerr, is confused in the Metro Court restaurant. She is still talking to Zeke, Gavin Houston, as if it is still Thursday, and asks him how he knows about what Curtis has been up to. Does he let Jordan's Tanisha Harper secret nearly slip? Meanwhile, Jordan gets an intriguing opportunity. Would this be of a business or personal nature? The General Hospital recap features Sasha visiting Willow Tate and giving the not dying anymore young woman something to think about. In this episode, Sasha went to bat for Nina whether Willow liked it or not. On another floor, Ned thrilled his family when he woke, and then he shocked them. In a break room, Elizabeth and Finn played backgammon. Cody went to Sam for help, while Sam's mom had a confession to make to Diane. Now let's dig a little deeper into the details. Sasha, Sophia Matson, paid a visit to Willow, Caitlin McMullen, in her isolation room, looking the part in her mask and gown. Willow immediately noticed that Sasha had been crying, and Sasha confessed the tears were because of Nina, Cynthia Watrous. Of course, Willow immediately assumed Nina had done something terrible to make Sasha cry, but Sasha assured her that it was tears of joy. Willow was confused, so Sasha reminded her of the time when she and Nina were at odds, but how much that had changed. Nina had just written Sasha a beautiful letter of recommendation to enter guardianship. Willow was happy for her, but still not happy with Nina. Sasha was then blunt with Willow and told her that whether she liked it or not, Nina was there for her when she needed her most and was a large part of her mental health recovery. Finally, someone explained Nina's pain to Willow, which she reminded her that she pretended to be the daughter Nina searched years for, and it was Willow who turned out to be one of her daughters. Nina could have remained angry and resentful of Sasha forever, but instead she showed grace and strength and forgave her. As expected, Willow didn't want to hear it. What Sasha did was forgivable, but Nina upset Carly, Laura Wright, and Michael, Chad Dell, and something like that can never be forgiven. Sasha didn't give up and described all the horrible things she once did to Nina. And still, Nina found it in her heart to forgive. Sasha even pointed out that she put Brando, Johnny Wachter, through hell with her addiction, but both Brando and Nina showed her grace. Even Cody, Josh Kelly, forgave her for wrongly accusing him of stealing the bracelet. Sasha then read the letter Nina wrote on her behalf, explaining that everyone deserves a second chance to build a life, even after making mistakes. All Willow could say was that Nina writes well. Sasha explained that Nina writes from her heart and suggested that maybe Nina was writing about her own self. She then wondered if Nina's capacity for forgiveness might be hereditary. Shockingly, Willow asked if she had been too hard on Nina. Michael and Chase, Josh Swickard, talked in the hallway, where Michael updated him on Willow. Chase admitted he was staying away from the Ned awakening because he didn't want to deal with Tracy Jane Elliott. The two men talked about fatherhood, and Michael asked Chase if he ever thinks about children. Chase insisted it was definitely too soon to think about that, with BLQ-TJ warned the family before waking Ned, Wally Kurth, and they all waited with bated breath. And waited, and waited. He removed the sedation IV and left Tracy, Olivia, Lisa Locicero, and Brooklyn, Amanda Seton, in Ned's room to argue about the timing of when he might come to. Finally, Ned woke up, and all he could do was look confused and ask for water. When TJ asked Ned if he remembered how he hurt his head, it was clear Ned was confused. He knew he had taken a fall in Port Charles in the year 2023, but insisted his name was not Ned. No, the man who just woke from a coma was rocker Eddie Main. Finn, Michael Easton, occupied his lonely self by playing a game of backgammon on his own. But then Elizabeth, Rebecca Herbst, walked in and interrupted Finn's moment. It turned out he was practicing so he could play a game with Tracy. Elizabeth decided she would help him with his practice. Liz got to learn the whole history of backgammon during this odd game. At least talk soon turned to her new head nurse position, something Liz couldn't wait to start. She was just happy to be carrying on her grandmother's tradition. Liz even told Finn she missed him at her celebration the night before because he was one of her BFFs. Alexis, Nancy Lee Gran, and Diane, Carolyn Hennessy, met up for coffee and tea, and Alexis was excited to learn that Holly, Emma Sams, had left town. That meant Diane now had a clear path to Robert, Tristan Rogers. Diane admitted that she wasn't even sure if she and Robert were compatible. Talk then turned to business and Diane's new cryptocurrency client, but neither woman seemed to understand digital currency. As Alexis tried to give her advice, Diane rightly told Alexis that she missed being a lawyer. Alexis denied it at first, but then had to admit she felt like she was missing a limb. Alexis admitted she couldn't just stand on the sidelines and watch anymore, meaning the reporter life was not for her. Still, she was willing to make lemons of lemonade, even if she was doing something altruistic, and employing Asm Avery Kristenpole. Alexis confessed she hired her as a favor to Laura, Jenny Francis, but also felt a camaraderie with her since they both had psychotic parents. Cody called Sam, Kelly Monaco, and asked to meet down at the Quartermain stables because he needed her help. When Sam and Cody met face-to-face, Cody asked her to brainstorm a plan to bring Gladys, Bonnie Burrows, down. Sam figured out that Cody was mainly concerned about Sasha learning the truth about her mother-in-law and told Cody they needed to focus on clearing his name first.